Okay, hello and welcome to Heal Your Shadow Relationships Summit. I am your host, Neola Sparkus, and today we have with us the beautiful and effervescent Dr. Diana Kirschner. She has appeared on Oprah. She has starred in a PBS TV special about love. She has helped tens of thousands of people all over the world to create greater self-esteem and, therefore, more loving relationships. Her latest book is The Diamond Self Secret. Say goodbye to your inner critic. Oh my goodness, don't we wish? And say hello to self-acceptance, serenity, and lasting love. And who doesn't want that? So she has also authored the bestseller, Love in 90 Days. And her website, lovin90days.com, is a leading source of dating and relationship advice. So I am so thrilled and happy and honored to have Dr. Diana Kirschner with us here today. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very excited to be with you. It's really a pleasure.
Great. And we are talking about healing your shadow relationships. So let me ask you, what does that phrase shadow relationship mean to you?
Well, the great poet said it best, Khalil Gibran, and he said, even as love crowns you, so shall it crucify you.
Wow.
Yes. And the crucifixion, that gets into the shadow part of the relationships. And of course, we have all been wounded in many different ways. And there is actually, Jung originally came up with the notion of the shadow. And there is a sense of self or an identity that is a shadow-like identity that I call the disappointing self. The disappointing self.
Mm-hmm.
And that part of us, which actually has been hurt in childhood, has been wounded, has been abandoned, has been abused perhaps, has been told she's no good, that gets integrated into the disappointing self. And the disappointing self is likely to create shadow relationships that are painful, that re-wound us in the same way we've been wounded before. And we all have this experience.
Yes.
Even those of us who have great love, we have all had this experience.
Absolutely. So I would say that from what you said, it sounds like this disappointing self, this shadow self, is the area where we store our, for example, maybe low self-esteem, low body image.
Yes.
This is the part that loses itself to the relationship. You don't keep your center. You have discomfort with intimacy, or you might have bitterness, regret about the past, worries about the future, things like that. So why don't we take...
Not to mention resentments.
Yeah,
And
resentments, absolutely.
just a lot of anger and rage and a feeling of victimhood or undeservedness.
Yeah. So I like that you coined the phrase disappointing self. And let's break these down. Let's take them one at a time. So when you're dealing with low self-esteem, you say that there's a way to build self-esteem and feel more confident without years of therapy. Please tell us about that. That sounds great.
That's a big statement for me to make because I worked for many years as a therapist before I became love mentor. That's what I talk about in the Diamond Self Secret. And you can actually rewire your brain in terms of your own identity. We talked about the disappointing self, but you can actually rewire your identity because it's in flux, the sense of who you are, right? And you can access some of your memories about a time when you felt really lovable, really good about yourself. And you can actually also create from pure possibility based on who the best you could imagine. And actually work with that in terms of buffering or actually even blowing up the disappointing self part of that image, and so that you are free to have the confidence that you could have. And I don't know if you'd like to go through the exercise that the one of the main exercises from the Diamond Self Secret.
Yeah, well, would you like to share that with us? I'd love to. I'd love to have us do that.
Yes, so close your eyes and remember a time that you felt really, really good. It may be when you were very young, good about yourself, connected, loving, lovable, able to sing or dance or do whatever you wanted, alive, really present in your body. And once you have that, that's your diamond self. You have it?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Okay, so now I want you to shrink that down and put it to the side, make it the size of a diamond. Now get an image of yourself when you felt like your disappointing self. You felt less than, you felt rejected, you felt sad, you felt worthless or damaged or angry, victimized, lonely, stupid, whatever it is, fat, old. Good, good. That's your disappointing self. Now, pick up that diamond self from the side, make it the size of a grenade, and throw it right into the center of the disappointing self and blow it up to smithereens so that it's not there. Good, good. Now speed it up and do that 5 more times.
Ooh. Mm.
Good, yeah. This is one of the main exercises from the Diamond Self Secret. It's so great. I use it all the time. So now, try to get an image of your disappointing self.
Hmm. Yeah, it feels so much lighter. Barely,
Yes.
barely there.
Yeah, if you keep doing it, it'll disappear.
Ah.
Yes. And now, I want you to give your diamond self a name.
I'm going to call her Coppelia
Coppelia. Beautiful, beautiful.
because that was the ballet that I was dancing when I was 10 years old, and I felt like, I was just so shining and in my power.
I love it. Yes, yes. So can we use the name Shining Coppelia?
That's perfect because that's exactly how I felt. Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
Shining Coppelia. So you can just be in Shining Coppelia and have all the self-esteem that gives you anytime you choose. Anytime you might be going to a meeting that's hard or a date that's challenging. You're married, but other women have a lot of issues. Let's say they're coming out of a marriage. It's frightening to start dating. This is a wonderful, wonderful exercise to use. And what's really fun is you go shopping and then buy your diamond self little like clothing or jewelry that reminds you. It's really fun to pick out the clothes that she likes, which are entirely different than what you might like.
Wow.
If it's shining, you might have shiny things.
Yes, yes, yes. I love this because it really, if you're in your disappointing self, it's so hard to access the side of you that feels great about yourself. And this really gives you a very clear memory and image, and then you help us to put words to it, a name to it. So this really anchors it so that it's much easier to access that. I love that. That's a brilliant exercise. It's fantastic. And so you're saying that the diamond self can help you to feel irresistibly attractive. Now, what if you have body issues? What if you feel like you need to lose, all that weight and you can't keep a diet and and you want to buy a whole new wardrobe, but you don't want to buy it in this size? Or, what if you're just feeling fat, unattractive, bogged down by body blues?
Well, actually, I have a whole chapter in the Diamond Self Secret on that, because the really fascinating thing is that you can create a diamond self body image that's independent of whether the fact that you're 100 pounds overweight, you're feeling old, you have a ton of cellulite, you have gray hair, you have wrinkles, whatever the heck it is that you have in your mind that's wrong with your body. You can actually go ahead and build a body love diamond self image that gives you back the single most important thing, which is your mojo, your charisma, your feeling, that flirtatious quality. It's really not about being thin. It's not about being young. It's about having your mojo. If you go into a party and you'll see a heavyset woman who's having a wonderful time flirting with guys, and she's very. I recently went to a party. The woman was 100 pounds overweight, married to the most handsome guy in the room. Not that that's the be all and end all, but flirting, everybody irresistibly attracted to her because she had her mojo. She had her mojo. She had her charisma. She had a little flirtatiousness, a little sensualness, a little sexiness, and getting your mojo back is very important. I work on that myself. I'm my own personal lab, and I was feeling old and dull and boring and with too much cellulite. And I did the body love diamond self work, and I came up with the name the sexy 19-year-old, which I thought was hysterically funny and silly. But I really played with it. I began to play with it, and I went and I bought these shoes. I took the sexy 19-year-old shopping. I bought these pink stilettos that I would ordinarily never wear, but, I just put them on in the bedroom. Oh my God, it's so much fun. I was getting my mojo back. For me, when I was 19, I was kind of at the peak of feeling attractive, and then other things happened. I was rejected, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so it was a wonderful thing. The body love diamond self work, I love it. I just love it. There are many other exercises that can help you get your mojo back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how fat you are. It doesn't matter.
That has nothing to do with your mojo, because you can have your mojo working no matter what your body looks like. And Dr. Diana, you hardly look boring, so it's obviously working for you.
Yeah, well, I'm having a lot of fun. What can I tell you?
You want to tell us about the Luscious You chocolate cake exercise?
Yes, that is the favorite of all the exercises in the Diamond Self Secret. And, this is a wonderful one. You think of your favorite dessert, right? This is to help you get your mojo, because many women will say, "Oh, where's my mojo? I've been taking care of kids. I've been taking care of parents. I don't feel any mojo. Haven't had sex for a long time, and everything is gone." This chocolate cake exercise really will help you get it back. You imagine your favorite dessert. It may be chocolate cake, it may be tiramisu, it may be cheesecake, yummy cheesecake. And you think about it, and you imagine it on the table right in front of you, and how, you just can't wait to get it in your mouth, and how it's going to taste. And then you imagine taking that first spoon and just taking a little lick of it, and how great it is, and how the texture just sends you, and the taste explodes in your mouth, and how you just can't resist it. It's just so wonderful, and how it's going to feel going in, and then you're going to feel kind of good in the beginning when you're just having this yummy stuff in you, and then you imagine that you are that dessert, right? That you are that dessert.
That's a good one. I like that.
That the whole oral pleasure thing, which is is a sensual thing, it's a sexual thing. I'm a luscious chocolate cake, and then you can get ideas about what to do with that too. With a real chocolate cake, when you meet the right person or you're married to the right person. But I mean, imagine that you're in your body love diamond self, and you're thinking, oh God, I'm just so irresistible, I'm just like that cake. I'm just exactly like tiramisu. I'm like the best tiramisu I ever had.
That's beautiful because that really awakens our sensuality, and it gets us in touch with our taste buds, our senses, the feelings, the textures. It gets us into our body, really. That's what you're doing with that exercise. And that's where we wake up our mojo, is when we get back in touch with our body. So many of us live life from the neck up. We're just thinking about what we have to handle and what we have to do. And so that's a great exercise. Now let's go back to some more aspects of the disappointing self, which I call the shadow. There's so many people who find it really hard to have real intimacy without losing themselves to the relationship, or they might be uncomfortable in a relationship. So what tips do you have to help them to have a really, authentic, fulfilling love relationship?
Well, that is something I address in a type of diamond self work that's called the living love diamond self work. And what you do in the living love diamond self work is you actually access creating an identity that helps you not lose yourself, that helps you feel safe in a relationship. So you understand in your past how you felt before, and how you kind of get mute and you don't speak your truth, or you get anxious or nervous, whatever it is. And then what you can do is actually create a living love diamond self identity that works for you. So for example, you might add the word truth telling or real to this diamond self identity, to your living love diamond self identity. So or if you're anxious, you could add the word beloved or safe, or courageous, courageous one. So I am the courageous one. So in that way, you're refining who you want to be in the love relationship. I want to be the courageous, shining, beloved, or loving one, or courageous and beloved, mighty Isis. All kinds of names come to people. Amazing Grace, the powerful and amazing grace. And you will be inspired to come from courage, to come from saying your truth, by yourself, by creating this this deliberate identity that keeps you safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's back to creating that diamond self, getting back in touch with that. And so
Yeah.
you would add another adjective to the
Yes.
name that you already gave yourself, depending on what challenge you're facing. So let's say that you are troubled with bitterness, resentment, regrets about things that happened in past relationships, worries about the future. How do you free yourself of those aspects of the disappointing self?
Well, those aspects have to do really when you get stuck in that kind of, it's kind of like torturous. It's almost like a hell. It's like a living hell, because the thoughts you have are like gasoline on your inner burning fire that hurts you, and you're remembering how somebody hurt you, and you're remembering how they broke your heart, or how they cheated, and how they lied, and how they, it's just, and all that is like there's so much suffering there. And what you really need to do, the only thing that really, really, really helps rapidly, is to do some spiritual work. As you know, the spiritual work is the best antidote for suffering. And there is spiritual diamond self work that will help you get over this pain. That will help you pray, help you meditate, depending on where you feel called to be. Will help you turn to nature for the salve of nature. Turn to understanding your connection to some kind of higher power, or where you are blessed, or a spiritual opening, a spiritual awakening. And of course, this is the most powerful diamond self work, the spiritual work. And that's where you will find the best healing and the way out of that kind of hell. Because it truly is putting yourself in hell. The person who hurt you is not suffering.
Right,
The
right.
person who hurt you, who went off with the other woman, or lied to you, or disappeared on you, whatever they did, they're not suffering, but you are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really important to take steps for yourself, and the spiritual work is the most important. It really, really is.
Well, thank you for saying that because I certainly believe that. Yeah, just to get back to your wholeness, like you say, it's not affecting the other person. You're the one who's carrying this stuff around with you, so you have to get back to your good relationship with yourself. And you do have a diamond self secret that an exercise that helps you banish upset, and you call it the 5 minute turnaround. So you want to share that with us?
Yes, yes. So let's say that you are in a situation where some guy left you. Okay. The first thing you do is you end this sentence. This is bad because, and you fill in the blanks. This is bad because it means I'll never have love. This is bad because I'll be a bad lady. This is bad, and you take it to the nth degree. This is bad because because I'll never get a guy who ever cares about me. This is bad because it means I'm old and damaged goods. This is bad because I'll never trust a man again. You just keep going with this is bad, and you take it to an absurd length. Okay, this is bad because on my deathbed I will be completely alone, and it's like some absurd thing. Just like,
Our negative fantasies, yeah.
right. And then after it gets ridiculous and you laugh, you end this sentence. This is good because. And so you force yourself to end that, even though it doesn't feel good. But this is good because he was an alcoholic and he was really going to screw me over. This is good because he was a womanizer and I don't need him to bring me diseases. This was good because I didn't marry him and have children with him and be stuck with all that baggage. This is good because, now I can get back to my real passion, which is blah, blah. So this is good. This is good. And you really work on this is good. And then you close your eyes and you imagine healing energy all around you, healing energy. And then you open your eyes and you put your attention on the most attractive thing in the room. You put your full attention on the most beautiful or attractive thing in the room.
That feeds my heart right there. That is a beautiful self-loving exercise that we can all manage to do about that. So obviously, these exercises are so powerful. It's so wonderful to see somebody like you to help with whatever you're going through. Tell us how a coach can really help you build confidence and self-esteem.
Well, I'll tell you, the only reason I'm able to do these things I've been able to do is because I had my own, what I call love mentors, like a practical fairy godmother who was there, who saw my diamond self, even because I had difficulty seeing it, who helped me, access it, helped me live it out. And, and I feel so grateful for that. I'm so very grateful because there's no way I could have had the ego strength to create anything in my life that I had, being happily married and helping all these people, which is my greatest blessing, without having had this love mentor. And if you have somebody who really knows what they're doing, who has the skills, who has the techniques, who has the tools and the exercises, but also has the spirit and the love for you, really where they know your diamond self, they can experience your diamond self before you do. which is very cool, then that kind of person changes your life. Absolutely changes your life. Brings love into it, brings self-love, the whole ball of wax. I mean, on the other hand, there are coaches out there who can hang up a shingle that's very poorly regulated and they don't know what they're doing, and they can actually be harmful in your self-esteem. So you have to be very careful about that.
You have to see how it feels for you. If this is
Yeah.
if it's making you feel better,
Yeah.
you know what you're really describing is a love relationship. We know that love is the power. And if
Yes.
somebody loves you enough to see the diamond self in you,
Yes.
then if it doesn't feel like love, then you gotta walk away. So that's the important distinction there.
Even with a coach. Even with a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we love our clients. Absolutely. It's a different love than we have for our parents, our children, our spouses, but there is love. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. And so you have an awesome, awesome talent. You have an awesome practice. I just so honor you, Dr. Diana Kirschner. And you also have an awesome gift for our viewers at lovin90days.com that actually will help them to get in touch with their diamond self identity. So tell us how to get this free 40-minute love mentoring session. That sounds awesome.
Well, it's thrilling. It's really thrilling. I have a team of hand-picked love mentor coaches, and they're all personally trained and supervised by me. They are incredible. These are the people I would go to if I had a problem. They are amazing. I adore them. And what I'm able to do is offer a free 40-minute consult with one of them by phone or Skype. And we've had tremendous things happen. I mean, we had one woman after her free session, 40 minutes. She was able to get engaged to her boyfriend because she understood what the block was and she moved through it. We've just had amazing things happen. We've done thousands and thousands of these things, and it has been awesome. We still, luckily, able to offer them. I don't know for how long, but everyone is welcome to go to lovin90days.com and click on coaching at the top where it says coaching, and just fill in the form and say Nihole. I'm butchering your name.
Neola.
Neola sent you. That would be great. So I know that you are specifically interested in the diamond self work, and I can connect you to just the right love mentors. But
We've got the link right down here below the interview.
Oh, great. Yeah. So yeah, this is really wonderful, and definitely take advantage of it.
Yes, it sounds absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for your time to be with us and to give us your special message. And it's just so beautiful and gives me so much hope that you can help people so quickly like that. It's so beautiful. Thank you for being with us, Dr. Diana Kirschner.
Thank you so much.